It is August 20th, 2020. Happy Thursday. Got a lot of news to cover today. I wanted to also follow up on some questions that I saw down in comments on the previous video. I don't get a chance to answer or to read all the comments or answer all the questions, but as I was scrolling through, there was several people asking kind of the same or similar question with inflation versus deflation, my position, and why I'm in my position as I am. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But first of all, things are unfolding very, very close to what we had been discussing on this channel for a couple years. They're pulling everything out of they can. All the tricks are being pulled out of the hat to try to keep this failed economy afloat and to try to keep people in their homes. Well, a lot of it's not working. Let's talk about the evictions that are continuing, even though there was supposed to be a federal eviction moratorium. Well, it appears it is not working. We're also going to talk about the shutdown recession slash depression phase 2.0. We've now bumped up again above 1 million job losses in the past week. So we went, I believe, for 21 weeks with 1 million plus job losses. The last week we finally dipped below 1 million, and it was leaving people believing, yes, we're in a recovery, isn't this great? Now we see the job losses again up above 1 million for the past week. And again, that's exactly what we predicted. It's not going to be a V-shaped recovery. We have California here that's still under shutdown, still small businesses. The ones that are reopening, many of them are struggling to meet all the rules and regulations. We have people doing haircuts outdoors now, barbershops, nail salons doing things on the sidewalk. Restaurants are trying to expand out into their parking lots for outdoor dining because of the regulations. The ones that don't have space are trying to take up sidewalks, and they're having to divert people that normally walk down the sidewalk into the street. They're having to put up temporary barriers, and traffic is having to be modified. So it's turned into a logistical nightmare here in California and other states that are seeing these heavy lockdowns. Now, just in my past video, I talked about the tourism industry that was being devastated here in California. Other states, though, have beaches packed. Tourism is picking back up, but California, with the lockdowns and the restrictions, are seeing much bigger layoffs, much more pain, many more small businesses being wiped out versus some other states. But first, let's take a look at it right here. U.S. weekly jobless claims jump back above 1 million. All right, so here we are again. Where is the recovery? All right, the V-shaped recovery is in the stock markets, the stock indexes. The V-shaped recovery is taking place for the millionaires. The multinational corporations are bigger and stronger than ever. Most of them increased their profits during this shutdown recession. Right, again, where is the recovery? The Labor Department said initial jobless claims for the week ending August 15th came in at 1,106,000. All right, and we haven't even gotten to the eye of the storm yet. This is just the beginning phase. Imagine all of the foreclosures, all of the just about what we talked about in the last video, the hotel industry. 1 in 4 hotels are likely going to be foreclosed unless there's some sort of rescue package that gets announced. And this is going to be an additional tens of thousands of lost jobs with these hotels. And this was out of Z-Hedge today. Hotels are headed for an unprecedented wave of foreclosures. Lodging Group warns. Right, so you tell me, where are all the new jobs going to be at? Are we going to see a surge in manufacturing? All right, or is everyone going to work at Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Starbucks, McDonald's? Right, but the hotels in this article here says payments on nearly 1/4 of all loans backed by hotel real estate are delinquent by at least 30 days, signaling an imminent and unprecedented wave of foreclosures, according to the American Hotel and Lodging Association. It notes that the $20.6 billion in delinquent payments on commercial mortgage-backed securities, 23% of all CMBS loans, compares to the overdue payments of $1.15 billion at the end of 2019. Okay, the jobless nightmare is continuing, and it looks like it's going to get worse. Right? So why are we hearing all of this positive news about some recovery? Right? So either one, the people that are peddling this are purposely misleading Americans, or two, they just don't know, they're just idiots. Or I lean on the side of they know what's going on and they are misleading the people on purpose. Now, it's a good defense when you fail or when something goes bad to say, well, we tried, we just didn't know, we didn't get it right. But if you ask a lot of people that follow the economy and the ones in control of the economy, they'll say there's a much darker agenda, that these people know what they're doing and they're purposely crashing this economy and misleading the people. Right? But again, it's a good defense to pretend you don't know or pretend you're drunk at the wheel. The drunk driver says, I didn't mean to hurt anybody, but maybe you did mean to hurt somebody. If you got behind the wheel while intoxicated, you can say it was an accident. Speaking of intoxicated behind the wheel, Reuters article right here, we see Larry Kudlow, White House economic advisor, U.S. economy rebounding strongly, fresh aid coming to the unemployed. I mean, is it just me or does he look like he is on something or intoxicated? But anyways, how is fresh aid going to equal a strong economy? So this is his words: fresh aid coming to the unemployment, U.S. economy rebounding. So in his words, the economy is rebounding because of the aid. So aid, free money given out to people who need it, which I don't disagree with. People need it. I'd rather see the people get the money than the multinational corporations and the too big to fail banks. But does that equal a strong economy? Is the economy rebounding because aid? So giving people more money, more spending, and when people go out to spend the money now, they're more often spending it at large corporations because large corporations were not hit as hard as the small businesses. So now people go out and spend this aid money at mostly these large corporations and less likely now at small businesses, and they're saying that helps the economy. So now these companies can hire more people because they're busier, more people getting hired at Walmart, more people getting hired at Starbucks, McDonald's, and this is supposedly a rebounding economy. So if aid was the key to a strong economy, why didn't they start doing this decades ago? Why not just send out checks every month to people? Why does it have to be during a shutdown? If aid is the key to a strong economy, let's have universal basic income. Nobody has to work. Everybody can sit on the couch, eat potato chips, go out and spend their money that they get for free, because aid is how you make an economy strong. Why does anyone have to work? Can anyone see the problem here? All right, now let's go back to a previous report that we talked about. We know there's a federally implemented eviction ban. We told you that the wording in the order, in the EO, that was supposed to prevent evictions did not specifically say that evictions are banned. And what do we see here? A recent story. This just came out a couple days ago, yesterday. Man left homeless in pandemic after eviction from apartment he lived in for 20 years. Right? So this federal ban on evictions is not working. People are being evicted right now as we speak. All right, so again, we have our quote-unquote leaders that are failing to keep this from happening. They're failing people from being evicted. What's next? Are we going to see massive foreclosures, even though there's supposed to be foreclosure moratoriums? There's a big storm headed our way. The people in control right now, the string pullers, the puppet masters, they're going to pretend like they're trying. Or you tell me, maybe they are trying and they just are not getting it right. They're idiots. They don't know what they're doing. Maybe a combination of both. But get ready. This thing is coming down. They're keeping it together right now. They're keeping the people fooled. They're keeping people in the mindset that there is a recovery happening right now. And you might see it. More people are believing this. Therefore, they're going out and they're spending. They're going out to eat. They're buying vehicles. They're taking out loans. And it will make the economy look a little bit better for now. But what happens when people realize this recovery is a myth? Right? Unless we see some miraculous rescue program where all debt is forgiven, where nobody has to pay taxes permanently. We know there has been a payroll tax pause. It's not permanent. And what's going to happen after the tax collection resumes? Are they going to go back and ask for the past due taxes? It wouldn't surprise me. But people are not going to be able to afford it. So we all need to be really careful right now. Try not to waste money. All right, now on to the subject that I mentioned at the beginning. I have stated here on this channel many times how I'm preparing for this situation, for this economic storm, and I tell people there's likely going to be dollar devaluation. We're already seeing it, but some people think I'm contradicting myself because I say the dollar's going to crash or lose reserve currency status at one point. But why am I in mostly cash? Well, first I think there's going to be deflation. Because I say something's going to happen, I don't mean it's going to happen tomorrow or next week. So first I think we're going to see a nasty bout of deflation. So I am hedging for the inflation, the hyperinflation, with a fraction of my holdings in precious metals, 10 to 15%. So if I'm wrong, if we do see this economy go straight into hyperinflation, if they keep pumping out the money, the rescue packages, the stimulus, then we could go right into hyperinflation, and therefore I have a hedge against it. I have some metals and real estate, so I'm okay. But if there is deflation, which I think there's very likely going to be deflation before we see the hyperinflation, then you and I were going to have some cash to take advantage of the lower prices. You buy on the discount. So I just wanted to explain that. Hope everybody out there is okay, doing well. This thing's going to get nasty, people. Let me know what you think down in comments. Thanks for watching this report. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.